It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the 76ers in Philadelphia. The 76ers have really been playing well lately. They've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you.
I
understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Pelicans make the trip in for this one. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Here in Philadelphia, it's another home game for the 76ers. And, of course, Nikola Mirotic. This is their first game without him.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introductions, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match GA. Thanks. A lot of people, Steve, talk about the length of the season, 82 games. Do you think the league will ever reduce that number?
No, I don't think so. I think the commissioner's done an excellent job of trying to spread out games. He's cut down the back-to-backs, and so it's given some guys some much-needed rest, and I think they've looked at the travel schedule. So I don't think they ever want to reduce the number of games. The league is going well right now with 82.
And you've got to keep, Steve, the regular season relevant.
Yes.
Don't you? I mean, it's got to matter. It's got to matter.
I think so, and I think that's the reason why. I think they might change the playoff format, but I don't think they would change the regular season.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Diallo, and it's Davis at center. And here's New Orleans now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening, gave up a lot of easy points.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Redick passes to Simmons. Five to shoot. Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Holiday looking for an opening. And it's Davis missing.
And the play looked good there for a second, just couldn't finish.
Well, the pass has to be on point. Then the catch and flush just doesn't work out here.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And for the Pelicans, they can now start to look at the future in a different light. Now they have a team that can compete in the West with the core. It's just about adding the right pieces around Anthony Davis.
Now here's Simmons. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including the soft mid-range jump shot.
Payton right side. That shot is off. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Here's Butler. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Love the level of concentration by Jimmy Butler on that play.
And Jimmy Butler, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
New Orleans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Butler. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
In the offseason, riding around in a van with the baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio, and it goes down 2 points. Johnson's got his first points of the game. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. He kicks it to Simmons. Over Payton. Okafor grabs the miss.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. The 76ers third.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
That free throw missing. Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Good on the second free throw. And here's Redick. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
Bucket is good.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
For New Orleans, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Payton. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
That's like a horse shot. A very brave shot to go with, but he got it to go.
And it's Simmons penetrating over Payton. And that one's good. Simmons got 6.
And Simmons has a great shot selection, just taking what the D gave him.
Payton finds Holiday. Great D that time from Redick.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
Johnson with the block, and they get it back. Embiid, no good. The Pelicans trail. Here's Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
76ers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And slam dunk by Butler.
You have to pay attention to Butler when he's flying toward the basket for an alley-oop.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Payton kicks to Okafor. And Embiid with the block. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury. Boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
And getting into the second part of November here, a quick glance at the power rankings. Let's see how everyone started out. Taking a look at Washington. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
I think for New Orleans, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers. Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out. Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he could make them pay.
Here's Holiday, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on J.J. Redick.
One thing about Holiday, he knows how to get defenders off balance. We'll see what he can do at the line.
Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
He's off on the first.
And you know, Drew Holiday sometimes gets overlooked in the discussion of great point guards, but only because there's so much competition at that position.
And he sinks the second. And Drew Holiday, Steve, is such a huge factor on the defensive end whenever he's on the floor.
You know, it's been a focus for him to step his game up on that end of the floor. He moves his feet so well that guys can't just blow by him. Numerically, the way he discourages shots at the rim, it's like having a defensive center on the floor.
Now here's Johnson after Ben Simmons' miss. Payton right side. Back to Johnson. Clock at 6. New Orleans moving it around. And it's off from three-point range. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Trailing by 2. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Okafor with the steal.
Right idea, wrong execution. They were looking to get a high percentage shot inside, but the pass was too late.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
J.J. Redick, one of the premier shooters in this league. Boy, he knocked that one down.
Now here's Payton. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And Simmons slams it in.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Holiday, the pass to Johnson. Here's Diallo, defended by Butler. To the inside. Okafor gets the bucket. Okafor's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Redick dishes to Simmons. Over Holiday. And the shot is long. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Payton against Simmons. Payton finds Okafor. Johnson in the corner. And stolen by Butler. And now Philadelphia on the break over Johnson. The second chance effort. And Simmons with the lay-in. 10 points for him.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Marjanovic checked in for Embiid. Scott comes in for Johnson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Frazier. 4 on the clock. Pulls from the top of the key. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got his first points of the game. So it's Philadelphia now. McConnell with it. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Marjanovic. And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That is his first foul of the game. Simmons against Frazier. 6 to shoot. Up top, Simmons. Frazier covering. No good from Simmons.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Frazier the pass to Okafor. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Okafor's got his third bucket of the night. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And Simmons kicks to McConnell.
Too aggressive to start this game. That's already a couple fouls already in the first.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
2 shots.
The first one falls. We know players love offensive play. We know fans love offensive play. But Smitty, do you think we should care more as fans and players about what players do on the defensive end?
I think so, Kevin, but I think it's the history of sports, especially our game in basketball, just the players that lead the league in scoring, they get all the credit and all the endorsements. Guys who play defense, we'll pick out 1 or 2, but we don't go overboard when we see guys that are defensively good. We don't talk enough about the defensive side and the impact these individuals have.
And fans appreciate good defense, don't they? Fans like good defense.
Yeah, they do, especially the fans that understand that you need defense to win championships.
Okafor gets the bucket.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
Moore against Butler. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Jimmy Butler. 3rd in steals, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And it's his lightning quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. And Miller with the basket on the assist by Clark.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Simmons. 23 points for him the last game against Phoenix.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. Racked up a number of steals, too.
Marjanovic goes up again, and Okafor with the block.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Clark finds Miller. That shot no good. Nice D from Scott, and the call will be against Darius Miller. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
That's good from McConnell. And the 76ers making a change here. Ennis is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Frazier outside. To the paint. Here's Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
A nice job of converting, but what really makes this play, the league pass.
Bounce pass from McConnell. Here's Butler. They get it back. Marjanovic lays it in without an inch of room around him. Marjanovic has got his second bucket of the night. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Frazier. Pass to Okafor. Kicks it to Clark. Now Moore, defended by Butler. Clark, the pass to Okafor. Shoots over Marjanovic, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Pass to Ennis. Lays it up off the glass. And it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now here's Frazier. He's covered by McConnell. Frazier right side. Over McConnell. Misses off the right iron. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second-chance points.
A fundamental part of basketball, taking advantage of guys who fail to block out.
They've got Marjanovic. Jimmy Butler is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Ennis, and it's Harris in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter.
Just a solid all-around jump shooter. Tobias working over that mid-range area.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent, with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
And it's Davis with the ball for New Orleans. Trailing by 2, and there it is for him.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
McConnell kicks to Marjanovic. The feed to Ennis. Poked away. Moore with the steal. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Now, here is Miller. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And E'Twaun Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. And the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
No good on the free throw. We're always talking, Steve, about versatility. I guess the ultimate example would be guys who can go to either hand equally well.
Yeah, you have those guys. Kyrie Irving stands out for me. Mike Conley being able to finish with both hands. Then there's some bigs around the basket, DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis. John Wall is pretty good. He finishes a lot of times with dunks. So there's a lot of guys that understand that it's great to have that offhand and you can go to it.
Well, Steve, E'Twaun Moore, a fantastic sharp-shooting wing for this team.
Yes, Moore hasn't always been a big shooter from deep. That part of his game has grown in the last few seasons. But as he's taken more threes, his overall shooting percentage has risen. That's something you just don't see.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Drew Holiday's checked in for the Pelicans. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Now, here is Miller. And that one's good by Clark. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Kept alive.
No surprise, in a battle of wheels down low, the big man comes away with it.
He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Harris. The pass to McConnell. He kicks it to Redick. Pass to Marjanovic. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they're off to New York to face the Knicks. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And slam dunk by Harris.
Love to see Tobias attack like this. You see the solid hops, the length, proving he's not just a perimeter threat.
Now here is Miller. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Clark. Clark's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's McConnell. And the wide open shot from Redick. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That's Redick shooting in a nutshell. A quick trigger release once he gets his hands on the ball.
Moore finds Clark. And here is Davis. Covered by Redick. Shoot from the right block. And Davis can't get it to go.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid comes in for Marjanovic, and it's Johnson in for Ennis. The Pelicans also changing it up. Shek Diallo, he's checked in for Darius Miller. Johnson comes in for Ejuan Moore, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Ian Clark. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. To the middle, here's Johnson. Trying to get open is Davis, and the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got his second basket.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's Payton after the Sixers pick up 2. The shot by Holiday, no good. And the foul's on Shek Diallo. That's his first foul. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers leading. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Harris looking it over. Pass to Simmons. Redick with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Redick's got 6 in the quarter.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Find some space out beyond the arc.
Holiday against Simmons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Smitty, if you had to boil it down to a single play in your career, what was your biggest moment?
Kevin, I'm glad you asked that question. I can also get it out there to everybody in the basketball universe. Game 7, Western Conference Final. Shaq fouled me, and they did not call the foul. Shaq fouled me, Kevin. That play still haunts me. I'm still mad.
Really? After all these years?
Yes. And he still lets me know that he didn't foul me, but we got to run the tape. He fouled me.
Right. That free throw good from Drew Holiday. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
Redick with the bucket.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Holiday. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
Now here's Redick after the miss from Stanley Johnson. Here's Simmons. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Philadelphia lead.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Simmons against Payton. Embiid with the steal. Stolen by Holiday. There's the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 5th assist in this one.
The problem for your perimeter defense, if you close hard on Holiday, he can put the ball on the floor and beat you that way.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Simmons.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Second free throw, no good. Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Payton. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Now here's Payton. Passes it to Diallo. Dishes it to Davis. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Harris passes to Embiid. Count it. Good. And it's a 9-point 76ers lead.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. Embiid with the steal. Simmons inside. Covered by Payton. Offensive rebound. Johnson with the block. Outside Holiday. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
When Holiday's feeling good, he causes plenty of these. Able to power through contact and finish.
Now we know Stanley Johnson was a 4-time state champion in high school in California. 3 gold medals with the U.S. youth teams. Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. I mean, he did it all. A lot of winning in his background.
You know, he plays the game with ultra confidence. He's fearless. Doesn't care who you are. He's coming head on.
Free throw, no good for Holiday. Philadelphia leading by 7. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Down low, here's Scott. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Outside for Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons. Inside, Embiid.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
You can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Butler, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Golden State. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, there's the Pelicans. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for New Orleans, they've fallen all too quickly down to that spot at the bottom of the standings. If any team needed a bright start, it was them.
Yep, they're already been written off by a lot of people this season. I'm not ready to give up on them quite yet, but they better show me something soon. Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
Simmons against Payton. And Simmons kicks to Scott. Outside Butler. Here's Harris. Simmons trying to get open. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
Payton finds Davis. Back to Payton. And there's the pass to Davis. Back to Payton. And it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line. That's good from Scott. New Orleans making some changes here. Okafor comes in for Diallo. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Scott hits them both. And it's Frazier with the ball for New Orleans. It's a 13-point game. Kicks to Okafor. Back to Frazier. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Holiday. Some solid defense from Butler.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
The 76ers again can't hit it.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Holiday dishes to Frazier. Butler against Holiday. He kicks to Okafor. Shot clock at 3. Here's Frazier. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Now here's Okafor. He's got 11. To the paint. Here's Davis. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
What a polished move by one of the best bigs in the game. Anthony Davis is just showing off.
Simmons passes to Scott. Simmons on the wing. Frazier covering. Here's Embiid. But he gets it back. Pass to Simmons. Now here is Harris. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. And it's in there. Embiid's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Getting better at facilitating for others. Tobias Harris with the pass that sets up the score.
Tipped away. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Holiday finds Davis. And the rejection by Embiid. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Simmons, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
J.J. Redick, not only one of the most dangerous shooters in this league, he's worked to become a very good team defender as well.
The free throw drops for Redick. Some changes for New Orleans. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Drew Holiday. And both free throws good for Redick. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. It's Davis on the wing. Frazier against Redick. Here's Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Davis has got 6.
This is where the length of AD really shows up. You think you have him well defended, and maybe you do, but it's just not enough.
Here's Embiid. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Shot clock doing his thing. He times it out perfectly.
And so it's Philadelphia out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
As we return to Philadelphia, we give you a scenic view of the downtown skyline of this terrific city. A stunning sight. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, you know, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first two quarters, that's exactly what he was.
You know, it's a nice change for him and for the team. It's not like he's selfish. We're just not used to him playing that way.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So for New Orleans right now, Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Diallo, and it's Johnson in at the small forward. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
Diallo the pass to Holiday. Payton surveying the floor. Back to Holiday. Over Redick. The shot by Holiday, no good. Philadelphia leading by 15. Feeds to Ennis. And Ennis spins it in.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Payton kicks to Davis. Back to Payton. Redick against Johnson from 11 feet away, and it's Davis missing. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Butler with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. And that one's good by Butler.
When Butler's not challenging at the rim, this is the next best thing. Does a lot of his damage from the mid-range.
Now here is Davis. 6 points for him. Here's Diallo. Holiday, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range. Holiday's got 10 points. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Outside Butler. With the floater. Here's Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And Embiid drops them both. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Holiday against Redick. Diallo the pass to Payton. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Philadelphia leading by 16. Now Butler. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
The free throw drops for Redick. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Davis. Redick against Holiday. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Embiid. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, when we talk about AD as an athlete, a major component to that is his body control, able to adjust off contact to finish the play.
One shot.
And that one falls for Davis. And as we see Anthony Davis step into what could be the best years of his career, Smitty, who does he remind you of?
You know, a lot like Kevin Garnett in his prime. The way he can impact both sides of the floor. He's KG with a three-point shot, and he also has a little bit of Hakeem Olajuwon in him.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. You look at J.J. Redick. What a contribution.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Let's take a moment to see the squads that have been the most dominant on the glass this season. Fourth, the 76ers.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now an update on Ben Simmons from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Kevin caught up with the head athletic trainer for the 76ers. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. Season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Ennis. He's guarded closely. 11 feet away. And the shot is long. Pelicans trail by 11. Johnson kicks to Holiday. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Last season, Anthony Davis took his defensive game to just another level. He was always a good defender, but he's starting to become dominant. With his quickness and length, he's just a menace on that end.
For New Orleans, they have really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And for his efforts on defense, Davis was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Anthony got some votes, and he might get even more this year. The man had a triple-double with blocks last season. He's the kind of player that makes everyone hear footsteps when he's on the floor.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Marjanovic comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's Johnson in for James Ennis.
And he can kind of relax a little bit now as he finally comes through at the line. He let a few too many of those chances get by.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And so it's New Orleans with it. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Johnson dishes to Davis. Shoots over Marjanovic. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Butler. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 9.
You see the instincts of Butler on plays like this. Understands how and where to get his shots.
Holiday against Butler. Got a piece of it. Here we go, one-on-one. Unloads from 13. Here's Marjanovic. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. 8 points for him.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Clark, the pass to Diallo. And taken away by Johnson. Johnson against Harris. Passes to Butler. Over Holiday. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
Simmons checked in for J.J. Redick. The Pelicans also changing it up. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Drew Holiday. Basket counts. And the 76ers lead by 19.
When Butler's locked in on a defensive end, his defensive instincts are awesome.
Clark finds Davis. Out left to the wing. Miller against Harris. Miller, no luck.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
When you have a huge lead, it's easy to get sloppy on offense. They haven't fallen into that trap.
Here's Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
One of Butler's signature moves. Drive, then convert off contact.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And Moore kicks to Miller. There's the pass to Davis. To end the cold streak. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Davis puts it in.
With that great length, quick off the floor, AD rising above to knock it in from mid-range.
Simmons on the wing. He's got 13. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Clark, guarded by Simmons. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got his 2nd bucket tonight. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Simmons left side to the inside, and that one's good. Marjanovic has got 10.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pelicans trail by 21. Clark, the pass to Davis. Moore outside, kicks to Clark. Back to Moore. Davis surveying the floor. Here's Miller, just 5 to shoot, and the basket is good. 6 points for him.
Unselfish play by Davis. He understands that his scoring can only take this team so far. He needs help from the guys around him.
Now here is Harris. He's got 10, and the call will be against Darius Miller. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor comes in for Shaq Diallo. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Ian Clark. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Simmons against Frazier. Shot clock at 6. Looking to end his cold spell. Scott. A three-pointer off the mark. Pelicans trailed by 19. And it's Miller penetrating. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Butler. 17 points in the game. Right side, Scott over Davis. No good off the back of the rim.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul. Philadelphia leading by 16. Here's Simmons. Nails the hook. Simmons got 15.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
Now here's Frazier. Pass to Okafor. Now the dish to Miller. Banked in off the glass. Miller's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Simmons against Frazier. Scott kicks to Harris. Back to Scott. Just 5 on the clock. Butler in the corner. Off target with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Inside. And then Okafor slams it in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Here's Johnson. The Pelicans make their last shot. There's the feed to Scott. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 9 assists now tonight.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
Now here's Moore. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Each one will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And he can't get the first one.
You look at the success of Jimmy Butler, the NBA's most improved player in 2015, and continuing to refine his game.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Johnson. And it's James Ennison for Tobias Harris. And a change for the Pelicans. Payton's checked in. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. He kicks it to Okafor. He dishes it to Miller. Down low. And Davis throws it down.
He's in that AD rhythm. Defensively, you need to try and deny him the ball. He's too hot.
Simmons dishes to Butler. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The kick out to Scott. Outside, Simmons. Shoots from the line. Kept alive. Embiid off with the layup. From deep three-point range, he can't get it to go. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Scott is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Embiid in at the 5. Here's Redick following the basket by Anthony Davis. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the 76ers with the ball. And here is Simmons. Pass to Redick. Shot clock at 5. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Payton attacking. Okafor kicks to Davis. No good from outside.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Now here is Miller. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. And stolen by Redick. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for each one more. Pelicans trail by 9. Davis kicks to Payton. Dishes it to Okafor. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Simmons on the wing. Covered by Payton. And that one's good. Simmons.
They can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
Payton kicks to Davis. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Scott. Deflects the pass. Here's Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
You cannot allow Butler to get anywhere near the rim. Because why? He will slam it.
Payton against Simmons. Payton kicks to Johnson. Here's Okafor. And the rejection by Embiid. Redick for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Okafor finds Johnson. Inside. Another shot. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Okafor.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won. Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
with the putback. And Holiday is right there.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Simmons. Redick is in the corner. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Ben Simmons.
This is what you like with today's guards. A lot of them have that extra size and strength to challenge in the paint.
And he makes the first.
Well, he's been at the line so often tonight, but only just now is he starting to look comfortable.
Diallo, he's checked in for Okafor. All free throws good from Drew Holiday. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Outside Butler. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Good on the shot. And the 76ers lead by 7.
I'll tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the fourth quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen.
And again, New Orleans has no luck. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That will be foul number 5 on him. And Philadelphia making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. New Orleans on D. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Butler kicks to Marjanovic. Simmons passes to Embiid. Knocked loose.
The second half has it gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Simmons dishes to Butler. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Holiday is running.
And that's Holiday taking it right to the defense. Being aggressive, drawing contact.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Holiday. Simmons with it. Passes it to Redick. Back to Simmons. And Davis sends it back.
Good job by AD, not giving up on the play. Tracking the ball, blocking the shot. Appreciate the hustle.
Johnson finds Davis. Payton outside, takes the 3. That one doesn't go. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia leading by 5. Back to Redick. Simmons on the wing. 5 to shoot. From 20 feet out. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That will be foul number 5 on him. Harris is checked in for Marjanovic. Pelicans trail by 5. Now here's Payton. The pass to Diallo. Back to Payton. Pass to Diallo. New Orleans moving it around. Holiday. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Holiday's got 13 points here in the second half alone. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And Redick kicks to Simmons. 11 feet away, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. But they get it back.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock. Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Davis. Gets the bucket and the foul. Embiid. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
The former #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis, does a great job of representing this franchise. Makes big plays on both ends of the floor.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And I would point to his shooting percentage as the key reason he's our pick. And that sounds simple, but he hadn't tried to do too much. He hasn't tried to force his shots, just kind of waited and worked to get good looks. And in the end, he's found plenty of them.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
The shot by Redick, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Simmons against Payton. Outside, Redick. To the middle, here's Johnson, and Davis sends it back, and he gets it back. No good from Simmons.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Well, their pass it to Simmons. Looking to get back on track here, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
That's good from Simmons. And so he hits both. And so it's New Orleans with it, trailing by 4. Johnson against Payton. Pass to Diallo. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Diallo the pass to Davis. Yep, that one goes. Davis has got 14 points here in the second half.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Simmons on the wing, covered by Payton. Fires from the wing. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 6 in the quarter. Here's Payton. Here's Diallo. Outside Holiday. Kicks it to Payton. Right side Davis. Johnson against Butler. 5 on the clock. Here's Holiday. The teardrop falls in. Holiday's got 22.
When momentum is crucial, Holiday steps up his level of play.
Outside Simmons. The shot, no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Lobs it up for Holiday.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Simmons. He kicks it to Reddick. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shots good by Simmons.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this. They got to find a way to get the ball out of his hands.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. A 2-point game. And it's Davis at the elbow. Over Johnson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 22 points for him.
As the stakes start to rise throughout a game, your stars have to rise to the occasion. Big shot by Anthony Davis.
Now here's Butler. And taken away by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket.
And that's enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal and then off to the races.
To the paint. And slam dunk by Harris.
Gaining more confidence, Tobias putting the team on his back at a crucial point in this game.
New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Simmons against Payton. Down low. And it's Davis missing.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
The Pelicans trail. Payton outside. Davis kicks to Payton. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And the 76ers with possession. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
Jimmy Butler used his body and muscle well to get the foul call.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those two to fall.
Payton kicks to Davis. Simmons against Payton. Holiday with the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. To the inside. Poked loose. It's stolen by Harris. Tries again. Butler, no good. So it's the Pelicans now. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Pelicans with possession here. Diallo. Here's Davis. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Butler. Good.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Davis kicks to Payton. From outside, off the mark. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Locking down the W. It's got to feel good to him right now.
Pass to Diallo. Over Harris. And too long on the shot. So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. We play together, play hard. We can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.